Okay guys, so this is my terminal tackle box. Let's start off first. This was here last year. Some of these things are like still in here. These are some dough bait hooks for using dough bait. And then I've got, so my weights shake around like a lot, and then I have split shots that end up in here. Then I've got a couple of snap swivels. I like snap swivels more than I do like T-swivels for catfishing though. And then I've got this big old weight which I use to fish on the bottom for catfish. It's just a big old half ounce, 3/4 ounce, something like that, egg sinker. Then I've got a few split shots, and then I've got some little like plug weights for Texas rigs, because I like to throw Texas rigs a little bit. What else? Okay, yeah. Then I've got some circle hooks. I don't know what aught these are. I think these are probably like 6/0 circle hooks, 5/0 circle hooks, something like that. Then I am darn close to being out of bluegill hooks. This is like just an Eagle Claw number 6 hook. This is a Eagle Claw number 8 bait holder hook. Well, it's not a bait holder, but it's a nice hook. Then I've got a little Eagle Claw salmon egg hook, which I use for very small bluegills. And I don't go to Alaska, so I don't salmon fish. So that's the only use I have for those around here. Then I've got some treble hooks. I've got everywhere from number 2 to number 6 in there, and then I've got also some number 8s or number 10s in there. Big old stringer, a bunch of bobbers. I really like Theo and Billy Boy. I really like their bobbers. Not sponsored. Then a bunch of assorted jig heads. I'm not even going to go through all of them, but there's some cool jig heads in there. So pretty similar to last year. There's a couple of differences, but not much. Then let's go on into here. This is where there's going to be some more differences. Oh yeah, also I have one other box that isn't here right now. It's at my friend's house, but it's got a bunch of the Googan Mondo kit. It's got like some Kraken craws. It's got a flat banger in there and like a bluegill pattern. What else? It's got a juicy jig in there, a juicy jig like pumpkin casting jig. And then the only lure that I got out of there was this, which is my favorite Googan bait that I ever have had. This is a 3/8 ounce Googan Zinger shad pattern spinnerbait. It's got a Colorado blade for that vibration in muddy water, and then that for flashing in clear water. So it's very versatile, which is why I like that spinnerbait. Then I've got this is don't know what kind of skirt this is. It's blue and black, so it looks cool in that standpoint. It's got a Colorado blade on here, and it's by Bomber, so that's nice. And I've got another Bomber spinnerbait right here. This is kind of different. It's got a smaller blade. So that's all for my spinnerbaits. I don't have a ton of spinnerbaits. And I've got this. I'm not sure. This might be by Storm. This is called the Wiggle Ward, and there's missing like a piece right here. This is called the Wiggle Ward. I'm not sure who it's by. I think it might be by Storm. I'm not sure. Then I've got this thing, and God knows what this thing is. This is like some crankbait I found on a dock, and it had treble hooks on it, but I broke one of the treble hooks, and I can't find any replacement ones for right now, so, because they're like a certain kind. I could use those treble hooks, but I suck at putting treble hooks on split rings, that's why. Oh yeah, and I've got a little rattle trap right here. This one you can't buy. This is by Progressive. Well, I'm not sure if you can buy it or not. Then I've got this is a Berkley jointed 7 flicker shad in a fire tiger color. This is also a Berkley 7 flicker shad, except it's not jointed, and it's in a sort of like a bluegill color, a bluegillish color. And this one I don't even know. This one's like a shad. I don't even know what kind of jerkbait this is. This is one that my dad gave me a few years ago. Really good. I really like that jerkbait. Then I've got this thing, which this thing I can just throw away. That thing is a piece of trash. I'll get it here in a minute. But then I've got a Berkeley rattle trap right here. I had another one, and this one's got like some eyeballs painted on it and stuff because it like got worn out from using it. And I have not caught a fish on there, which is the really sad part. Then I've got this like Red Devil spoon, I think is what it's called. It's like a really beat up spoon that I have. So good. We'll go get that. You know what? So that's it for that box. And then I've got another bass box, which I didn't have 2 boxes last year, so we're stacking up the whatchamacallit, the tackle room, the tackle boxes. We're stacking them up, boys. We're stacking them up good too and fast. So let's see what else. What else do we got? All right, so now we've got my crappie box. It's just crappie jigs. That's all that's in here. I've got like some like weird crawdad style baits. Excuse me. Some bunch of tube jigs. I really like tube jigs, not for crappie, but for bass. Believe it or not, I really like the tube jigs for bass. Then I've got these things, and I have no idea what these things are. One of them's like really ripped. It smells like garlic, and then the other one's just like kind of just there. And then I have no idea what the name of half of these are. Got this little swim bait, which I've used to catch bass before. These, well, not that one, but these 3 are my favorite colors of the Bobby Garland minnow minder. I've got a black and chartreuse. I've got a silverfish, and then I don't remember what the name of that one is, but it's pink and it's purple, and it has silver flakes in it, which is really, really good. Then I've got a bunch of sassy shad. I don't know how many, but I've got a lot of little baby sassy shad. Then I've got this thing. I have a lot of crappie lures. Oh yeah, and some, I'm not sure if this is KVD or not, but I've got some tadpoles. So, nice. And some curly tail grubs. Okay, so that's all for that box. And then my last box, which is another bass box. This one is a lot heavier because there's more weights in here. This one is more of the one I would take fishing. Yeah. So, this is my favorite tackle box, probably one of them. This is probably like my second or first favorite. I've got some H2O Express crankbaits in here. One's in like a baby bass and one's in a shad. Not sure what kind of crankbait, but they're really long and they dive deep, which is pretty cool. Then I've got a loudmouth right here. This is a huge crankbait. Never caught a fish on it. It says it right there. It says loudmouth on it. Really cool. And I've got this big old 5.5 inch wacky worm. I've got a bunch of different like craws and worms and stuff, and like a little like weird like bullhead minnow looking outfit. Another craw. I have a lot of plastics, alright? Okay, so, and then I've got this weird frog, which I've never thrown, but it's ripped up for some reason. Well, and then this thing is like broken. I still need to put a hook in here. I'm just gonna throw a J hook in there. This is a Bomber 4A deep diving crawdad style crankbait. This thing is do not know what this thing is, but it's small and it's really good for some ponds around here which have some small bass. It really works really well. Then I've got a crap ton of weights and hooks for Texas rigs. And I've got only 2 jigs in here. I have I don't even know what this one is called. It's a Googan baits. It's a Googan jig though. All I know is that it's a jig by Googan, and I really like it. It's a flipping jig, and it's a 1/2 ounce. Then I've got another jig right here. This one is also probably, this one is a little bit bigger than a 1/2 ounce, but I think it's 1/2 ounce. It doesn't even say on there. Then I've got whatever this thing is. My crazy neighbors are back at it again. And then I've got a ton of poppers in here. These are a Bass Pro Shop brand popper. They're really nice. And this is actually not for sale ever anywhere. This is my custom popper. It's got this is my first attempt at trailing a feather hook, and it's got feathering a treble hook. It's got 2 bent pheasant feathers with some paint on them, and then a crappy paint job, some eyeballs, and a cupped mouth. It does pop. I have tested it. And I've got a little hula popper in here, a classic hula popper. That I really like if I want to pop it kind of fast. I really like that one because it pops real fast. So, what else? I think that's about it. So, thank you for watching this video. That is my tackle update. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.